Welcome back to another episode of In the End There's Always a Disney Guide. Before we get into today's episode, make sure you go to disneyguide.com and check out my blog site. So today we're going to talk about Loki. And if you guys don't know who Loki is or what Loki is Thor's brother, or his half fake brother, I would say. And he is the god of mischief, of course. So, if you've seen the Loki TV series trailer, you get a pretty good grasp on what is going on and what is happening in the series. Basically, Loki has messed with the flow of time, and I mean, I could understand why and how. If you've seen the couple Avengers movies Loki has been in, and the things he has done, like with the Tesseract, and bringing all those aliens inside of New York, and the destruction and havoc he caused on New York, I could totally get why and how. But it's not just that. You guys remember in Avengers when when Thanos blipped everybody, and half of the universe went into its non-existing state, and trillions of people went into a non-existent state, when he snapped his fingers with all 6 Infinity Stones. When the Avengers were trying to find a way to, get everybody back by going through time, creating a time machine, Tony figured it out, blah, blah, blah. They went through time all the way back to New York. And then there was the moment where they had to retrieve the Tesseract. I believe it was from, I forgot who it was from, but they were trying to retrieve the Tesseract, or the Space Stone, and instead of them paying attention, they got into an argument with the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and Loki took the Space Stone to travel to warp out of there, to portal out of there, to get out of there, basically. Now, in Avengers Infinity War, Loki died. Obviously, in the beginning of the season, Thanos choked him and he died. So, when the Avengers went back in time, that's why people say when you go back in time, don't mess with anything, don't do anything, because the past affects the future, and the future affects your present. Or, I think I said, the past consists of my future, and the present reflects off my past. So, time is a tricky thing, and it's powerful too. And that's why you have to be careful, especially when you're time traveling, because one little mess up could mess with the flow of time. Like, I forgot her name from Doctor Strange when she explained it in Avengers Endgame. She said when one Infinity Stone is taken, a dark path is opened, or something like that. Or dark reality is open, or entity. That's the same thing with time. Time is a very weird thing. When Loki warped out of there with that Space Stone, he opened so many alternate realities. Honestly, I'm not even shocked that the TVA has caught him. I'm not even shocked. So when I watched the trailer, and they're the time, I think they're called the Time Variance Authority or something like that, and they monitor the flow of time. And like they said, he messed with time so much. I mean, so many times. I mean, there's been countless times he's done stupid things, but the most affecting one was when in the Avengers Endgame, when he took the Space Stone to warp up out of there. That was the most convenient one. But when he warped out of there, he went to the TVA, basically. That's where he went to. When he warped up out of there. So that's one thing I can say about mischief, is that, one thing could happen, but there's so many things. That's why when you see his name at the end of the trailer, it changes so many times, because that's what he is. He changes. He what is the word? He shapeshifts. You get what I'm saying? It's like he's an ever-existing God, basically. No matter what happens to him, he will always exist, basically. So let me see. Why does God of Mischief always live? Why does God of Mischief Chief always alive? But another thing is that Thor may be, powerful than Loki on a scale like of 7 in strength and durability. Loki can get like a 5 or 6. But intelligence is like the most amazing thing for Loki to have an advantage over Thor with. I would definitely say. But I would say, let me say this. What is the God of Mischief? What is the God of Mischief? Let me see what Google says about this. Loki is known as the trickster god and deity of mayhem and mischief in Norse mythology. He is one of the most well-known gods of Norse mythology. He is at least half Grant. However, some think he is a full giant, but sneaked his way to becoming a god, which actually is true. But yeah, Loki is he's definitely a trickful person. But why does Loki name shapeshifts? It's pretty obvious that Loki can shapeshift and change, but that's what makes him the powerful person he is. And that's why the TVA has an issue, and that's, the main reason of why he needs to fix what he's done. Because like I said, he has definitely messed with the flow of time. That's no lie. He's definitely have so. But we'll find out when the series premieres. Thank you for listening in to today's episode. I hope you liked it. Make sure you subscribe and follow this podcast on both Google and Spotify, Google Podcasts and Spotify. And yeah, thank you guys for listening in. Make sure you go check out my website, DisneyGuy.com. You already know. And yeah, you guys, bye-bye.